All of our journeys start with a good breakfast. We had 5 days ahead of us to explore, sail and enjoy our cruising paradise.
Bananas bread.
¿Cómo es?
Banana breads.
As usual, we prepared a good cruising plan, that we would most likely not follow. But this is the beauty of the freedom that offers a sailboat like ours. It was then time to start our journey. The day was good for the Northern Pacific Standard, meaning it wasn't raining. The wind was blowing from the southwest at 12 knots.
No hace mucho calor, ¿eh? Para hacer primavera.
No hace calor. Para hacer el primer día de verano oficial en Estados Unidos, no hace calor.
Sí, es el día de que se abre la piscina y la barbacoa.
Eso.
¿Está como para ir a la piscina? So we are sailing 5 knots, 6 knots at the moment. The wind is about 12 knots, 13 knots. As planned, we need to go there, where the island are. But yeah, the wind is coming from there, so we have to just tack and we're gonna tack till there.
Adapting to the variable wind, we decided to do shortest tacks along the coast, before passing the Alden Bank from the north.
¿La comida? ¿La sopa china? La sopita china va a venir bien porque hace fresquito.
Y además es spicy.
It's spicy. Mm. The wind is shifting all the time. Actually, the autopilot it's working hard at the moment, trying to keep us on track.
Windmaker was sailing at a good speed, enjoying the wind and the flat sea. With variable wind around 10 knots, we were maintaining an average of 5 knots. Ideal conditions for a relaxing sail, and to enjoy the North Pacific spring. Summer in the region tends to be synonyms of light wind, and we were expecting very calm conditions for the next coming 5 days.
Llegamos, la isla está justo enfrente nuestro. Vamos a cruzar el paso de los barcos grandes que vienen entre Seattle y Vancouver. Pero no hay nadie, no hay ninguno de ellos. Y después viraremos para ir hacia el sur de la isla. Y ya estaremos casi ahí. Creo que una horita estamos ahí anclados, si todo va bien. Hay un catamarán que lo está pasando. No es
No. ¿Por qué se llama Sucia Island? ¿Tú lo sabes?
Claro.
¿Por qué?
Bueno, sé lo que he leído, que son los españoles que le dieron el nombre por toda la roca que hay alrededor. Y entonces, como, bueno, que es sucio, ¿no? Que es sucia.
Pero entonces sucio.
Toda la roca, toda la parte este de la isla, son toda roca. Hay una muy roja ahí, hasta bien pasado la punta, todo es roca. Si te acercas ahí te queda con tu barco para los peces.
Entonces es sucia en el sentido de traicionera.
Traicionero, sí, porque por toda la roca que hay, no se ve, claro, ahí parece todo limpio y te acerca
Y te queda.
y te encuentra ahí. Y no es roca, ¿no? Eso dicen los libros, pero efectivamente son toda roca y por eso tenemos que dar una vuelta enorme alrededor de la isla por toda esta roca que hay. Casi tenemos que ir hacia la otra, hacia Island, y después ya daremos la vuelta hacia Sucia otra vez cuando hemos pasado la roca.
We let the danger behind us and headed to our anchorage for the night. Sucia offers a lot of possibilities for anchoring. We choose Fossil Bay because of the dock and the facility to disembark from the dinghy. After securing the boat to the last mooring ball, it was time to enjoy our first evening.
Normalmente es un sitio tranquilo la noche, pero esta noche tenemos el viento que entra por ahí, entonces tenemos alguna horita. No mucho, pero bueno.
It doesn't matter how many times we have seen the sunset from the boat, it is always a wonderful experience. The tranquility of the place and the wildlife around us are just fascinating. We are lucky enough to sail each week in this paradise, and this is something we value each time. Not so many people are able to enjoy nature the way we do, stuck in big cities, with only skyscrapers as their only horizon.
Esto es puré. Esto.
No, pero esto es una
Ah, esto es una yema curada en sal.
Coño, y la voy a poner en la carne.
Y la voy a poner encima de mi carne.
Oh,
Es proteína. Anda.
After a good night of sleep, it is time to prepare the boat and sail to our next destination. The weather is warmer than the previous day with unfortunately very little wind. Our plan is to sail to Friday Harbour and spend 2 nights visiting the town. Even with the extreme light wind, and the help of the current, we managed to sail the entire passage between Orcas Island and Waldron Island. The cruise is peaceful, interrupted by the occasional boats going up and down the channel.
La nueva almendra.
When arriving closer to our destination, we called different marinas to check our options. All marinas were completely full and many anchorages were very busy. We decided to go north again toward West Beach on Orcas Island. This time we had to go against the current with no wind. West Beach is a private resort offering a few mooring balls to visitors. The place was perfect to visit Orcas Island. We would be able to call a taxi and enjoy the magic of a calm anchorage. It was the best combination we could imagine for our weekend plans. The name of Orcas Island does not come from the killer whale as you could imagine but from the name of the Viceroy of Mexico, Horcasitas. If you're planning to take a mooring ball in West Beach, be very careful about the depth. At low tide, we only had between 5 and 6 feet of water. This wasn't a problem for Wind Waker and her shallow draft.
Sigo remando en esta, a pesar del motor, sigo remando.
We decided to take a walk and explore the place. The beach was our objective for today, and Maya was impatient to stretch her legs.
No. Hay que seguir por ahí, chicos. Hay que ir para allá.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Hubo un accidente con esto?
Subo a alguien que lo puso en el agua.
Ay. Bueno,
Alguien lo puso en el agua.
sabemos que funcionan, ¿no? Mira. Bueno, habrá que comprar una nueva cartucha.
¿Eso no te lo pones?
Una vez un plano, yo no creo. No, yo creo que no puede. No.
Sí. ¿Me ayudas? Sí. Para ti.
Bueno, champagne.
Bueno, champán, sí, sí, es verdad,
De
champán.
California.
Champán
Champagne de California.
del Costco.
Del Costco.
Pero está bueno.
Está muy bueno. Es del Napa, ¿no?
No lo sé. Creo que te estás confundiendo.
Sí, me estoy confundiendo.
Te estás confundiendo con el Mum. Ese no es el Mum. Es un Kirkland.
Ah, no, es de Francia.
Es verdad, es francés, sí.
¿Es francés? ¿Es un champagne francés?
Sí, es verdad. Sí, es verdad, sí.
Bueno, celebramos nuestro segundo día de navegación.
The next day, after a quiet night, we decided to visit West Sound. The village has been settled for centuries, first by Coast Salish tribes, then homesteaders, fishermen, and boaters. In the early years of settlement, West Sound was known locally for some of the best orchard lands on Orcas Island. Today the community is small with local cafes, breakfast inns, and local farm operations. After visiting numerous gift shops, it was time to move to serious business. Cocktails and more specifically margaritas. This one, with a double ration of tequila, was certainly interesting.
¿Cómo era el Margarita doble? Muy bueno.
Muy bueno.
Y el hummus también.
El humo estaba buenísimo.
El hummus estaba muy bueno.
Ha puesto bastante paprika.
Pero el Margarita doble, una bomba.
Una bomba que va a estallar por algún lado. A ver por dónde sale.
After a wonderful day shopping and eating, it was time to come back to our floating home. Of course, fashion and cruising are not always compatible and sacrifices are sometimes needed.
Oh, va a ser muy elegante.
Eso va a ser maravilloso.
Helped by a few margaritas, the hard work of cruising can begin. Of course, Maya and Molly want to participate and make sure I am taking a good nap. After some technical issues the previous day, it is time to test the new outboard engine. After reading the manual, things start to improve, and I am able to enjoy a ride without rowing. Having access to the modernity and comfort of an outboard engine, I take Maya to the beach for a walk. What was supposed to be a quiet stroll, turns into a bad experience. Maya managed to touch with her nose a dead jellyfish. The reaction is immediate. She starts vomiting. Luckily after a minute, she started to feel better. Apparently, it was more a reaction of surprise than intoxication. For both of us, that was a bad time and we decided to come back to the boat.
Hola.
It was then time for the usual board game session, before a good night of sleep. In the next video, we will continue our trip and anchor in one of the most beautiful anchorages we have been in the San Juan Island.